ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Balance of Opinion podcast with your boy, King E. Crush Glass, and my homegirl,
Free La,
and Manila,
Nye,
and Da Vinci, and I. Don't matter how you say it. So today we're going to get into a few things. We're going to talk about the Zimmerman thing, and then we're going to get into some movie reviews, and just Canada, America, Calgary conversation. Alright? So, for me, I heard about this news on Instagram. So I heard about it 2 days ago. That he's suing the family for over $100 million.
the family of Trayvon Martin.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only one family that was really affected.
Still.
Yes, of course. No disrespect to them. I'm not, trying to leave out their name or whatever. I'm just stating my angst towards this loser who got his 15 minutes of fame, and now that it's waning down, he's trying to find another way to capitalize on a young black man's death. Young black male, actually. Because he was a youngin'. Okay, his death. Going to get some skills and shit. He's a clown. There was another incident that happened, I think probably 2-3 years ago, where he was talking some real crazy ish to some dude he shouldn't have been talking to. That dude came through and, you know what I mean, let him know what was going on. He tried to get dude arrested, whatever. The police let it go. But personally, I believe that this guy should be in jail for life already. Like, it's messed up how, and I'm not going off topic, but I'm just going to kind of compare it. O.J. Simpson, whether he did it or not, gets acquitted, right? All this evidence shows you. When he gets caught doing something else, they gave him the time that they should have gave him for the murders.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah.
This dude kills an unarmed young black male. And yet, he's still out here living his life. Bill Cosby apparently did some horrendous shit 20 years ago. And he's in jail. But Weinstein did some shit. And he's still... And I'm not trying to turn this into a race-baiting conversation. I'm just showing you black and white. I know it sounds fucked up saying that. Black and white.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know. What do y'all think about this whole scenario, this situation? I'm going to light my split. I had to get that off the chest, before I light this ital.
Well, I think it's not even that George Zimmerman is trying to create more or a longer bout of his 15 minutes of fame. I think that he truly believes that almost the world needs to focus on him at any juncture in his life.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent, and he's constantly playing and doing these shenanigans to ensure that happens. Right? So I don't even necessarily know if it's for notoriety. It's like he's trying to claim something back that he feels he had lost. In his lawsuit, it's, this family has done all of these terrible things to me, and now, I can't work, and my quality of life is this, and I can't sleep, and I don't bathe, and whatever else his problems are. But ultimately, he's riding just on the back of their trauma, right? And their loss, and that's it. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. It's been how many years since he has passed? The family, after the trial and after his acquittal of all of his charges, correct? The family has moved on.
Yeah.
But what occurred, the trial wasn't the end for them either.
No.
Right? But they're not trying to monetize on it. They're trying to move forward.
And build something for other black youths who can feel safe in the street. I mean, it's just like, the thing that happened in Cleveland, right? With the little kid with the little toy gun. Somebody says there's some kid in the playground with a gun. In Cleveland, the cops show up and light the kid up. Don't even put the gun down, nothing. They just jump out the car and light him up. Then they found it's a toy gun. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, the woman who went into the wrong house and killed a black man in his own house.
Yeah.
And they let her not scot-free, but they gave it to her easy. Like, yo, B, if you just reverse the roles, it's not like that. This goof, this individual who I do not like, took the gun that he shot the kid and made money off of it. And he's talking about he can't eat and sleep. What about the mother and father who lost their child that could have been a doctor or a lawyer? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A great basketball player. Whatever you want to name it. They lost their child young. This guy's still walking around with his fat ass talking about he can't eat and sleep. He's lucky he can eat and sleep.
So that's what he's suing for? That's what he's saying. He can't even sleep.
Oh,
Yeah. Here. You guys keep on going, and I'll find it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You took someone's kid life away.
and he's
then
talking about
you
he
come
can-
back. He comes back and trying to sue them.
Yeah, he's trying to sue him for $100 million.
$100 million.
That's I don't.
And you know what? This goes into a little bit more to what we're going to talk about later, but the whole MAGA movement thing that we were talking about off camera, right?
Yeah.
How somebody like Trump, and I'm not saying Trump is a bad person. Trump is his own person. Hey, listen, this is a balance of opinion podcast, okay? I don't care how dumb your opinion is. I'll say that's dumb, and, you know, we can debate about it if you want. I might not be listening, and I'll move on. But I want everybody to have a free lane to speak. You know what I mean? Make people think, right? It's like T.I.'s 50 greatest rappers list. Trash, right? I know, I'm just saying.
Don't even start.
So, Zimmerman does all this damage to this family. Sells, he monetizes and benefits off their loss.
Yeah.
Then when his money dries up and his fame dries up,
Yes.
now he's coming back to take another piece. How many pieces are these people going to allow this guy
Well,
to take
he's
from his
murdering.
family?
He's murdering a piece of them every single time.
Over and
He
over.
keeps on coming back. Like there's. I don't ever think there's full closure in terms of loss with someone, but it's
Not at
just
that level.
going,
Not
just
at that
going
level.
and constantly re-injuring the family, right? Bringing them right back to that initial place.
Pretty much
time
taking
and
the
time and
scab
time
off
again.
before it's even healed.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that though? If that was your child,
No.
and then someone comes back years later and said,
With something new.
"Yeah,"
And
and said,
something
"I'm
new.
going to sue you guys."
Well,
Sue me
but
for what?
Zimmerman's also showing that the fact that he was acquitted
Yeah.
and not in prison or sitting on death row for someone for that's not even enough for him.
Yeah, but then that's like OJ, right? Like OJ didn't have to. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to compare them fully. I'm just stating two situations and showing you the facts of them, right? OJ didn't have to go and rob those people for his stuff back,
For his things,
right?
right?
But he did because he beat the other trial. If OJ had gone to jail for, we'll say, 10 years for that shit and came out and people stole his memorabilia, he wouldn't have done that. He would have called the police or, you know what I mean, figured out some situation and got his stuff back. But because he already beat the system the first time, I'll beat the system again. Not realizing that the system said, yeah?
Yeah,
Nigga,
but
we let
mind
you
you,
off.
OJ went and took his things back that he thought, right? He didn't go back to Nicole Brown Smith's family.
Yeah.
No,
And went
I know.
back,
Yeah.
and went back, and went back.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. Yeah.
No.
Everything
listen,
Zimmerman has done has always
Was
been
affected.
attached.
Yeah.
to that family. No,
that.
of course, I know. And I'm not trying to make that heavy. I'm just saying, Zimmerman beat the system.
Yeah.
Instead of this idiot, piss off, bro. You know what I mean? Go hide some corner, go start your own little freaking pilgrimage out in the fucking acreage somewhere and disappear. This guy's constantly trying to, you know what I mean? Get himself something. I don't know what would possess somebody. Actually, that's a lie. I know what would possess somebody to do that, but we're not going to get into that today. But yeah, you know, like I said, he sold the gun, made money off of that. He wrote a book, made money off of that. So who's really damaging who?
There's no question. There's no question
Yeah.
who's damaging who. Absolutely
But
no
this is
question.
the American system,
But
right?
that's
They're sitting here. Even the fact that this came out as news, this should have been like fake news. They should have trumped that.
yeah.
They should have trumped that shit. Fake news.
Yeah, to your point, if that goes to court, I hope a judge would be like, just get out of here.
Well, right now the lawyers are hoping that they retract,
Yeah.
even filing it within the specific period of time, which is 21 days. So hopefully, but also too, in the lawsuit, he claims that one of the key witnesses was a fake witness. She's an imposter. And that witness was the female that Trayvon was on the phone with at the time, or right before he was shot. And he had said, there's some creepy guy following me around.
Yeah.
Right? And now Zimmerman is saying that the girl that testified, no, it wasn't her. It was actually her half-sister that was on the phone with Trayvon. And the half-sister now coerced this girl to say, no, it was me. And have the other girl go on the stand and testify. So he's also not only just re-injuring the family, he's pulling everybody back into this fray.
For me, though, whether it was her or her sister, You got off, my dude.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you were acquitted of everything, and that alone is
And you
enough that
made
you need
money
to keep on
off
coming
of
back.
some young man's death. I'm not even going to say black no more.
Yeah.
Some young man's death. You made money. And then you proceeded to now take more flesh. You're not even taking money. You're taking more flesh from these people.
Yeah.
God's my witness. I hope this never ever comes back to bite me. I couldn't be so humble. Especially living in that country with those type of gun laws. I would have laid him up and sat on the curb and said, go ahead and take me to jail. You know what I mean? It's not even a good thing to think that way. But some people, I just feel, not that it's supposed to happen, but I feel they should just be wiped out. And it's not a group of people. It's individuals who do these heinous things and then act as if they're innocent, like they're being hurt. Dude, you followed somebody you didn't even have to follow. Who's going to go get Skittles in a drink, or he had Skittles in a drink.
He had.
He had Skittles in a drink. What gun? Where did the gun come from? Oh, from you. So he was beating your ass. So that's what you're telling me. You're telling me you ran up on the wrong one.
Yeah.
He started whipping your ass, and you lit him up. And now he's the reason why you have all this pain and trouble. You're not in the army. You didn't go over and accidentally murder innocent people because you were told to. Yeah. You willingly, on your own accord,
went somebody
outside looking for somebody.
Followed them around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fucking crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Everything about it crazy.
And that's why I thank God I live in Canada.
It's the simple fact that you took someone's kid's life. You got off, right? And you go back and torture them?
Yeah, that's
like, I can't.
Just re-injury. Another statement he made in the Instagram post, he was saying how, and he didn't do it because he's racist. He can't be racist because he's Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
And we know he is biracial, right? So he's Caucasian and Hispanic. But also, when he was selling his Confederate artwork to build a non-Muslim allowed gun store.
Yeah.
How does that... Where's the how are you not...
Hold on. I don't believe it. Oh, sorry, I'm coughing because this is bullshit. Some people will say Muslims aren't a race. They're a religion.
Okay.
And they would say that's not racist. But if you individually angle out a part of society,
any part,
colored, whether it's sex orientation, whether you know what I mean,
religion,
that is technically racist.
Yeah.
It's not full blown racism, but you have a.
Well, no, you call it any other ism there is. It's your racism. It's your sexism. It's your based on class. Yeah, it's an ism. It's an ism.
Right? He's crazy. Like that. That's the thing, though, right?
So this guy just sat around in his house at night and was like, you know what? I'm going to call my lawyer now because that's what's happening.
He wasn't sitting in his house. Somebody was in his ear. Man. That's how it always happens. Somebody's in somebody's ear like, yo, you give me the... You know what I mean? You know what they did to you? They fucked your whole life up. Now you can't do shit. Like, look, man, your bank accounts get low, man. Let's hit them up for some more money. This is what these black people, these black devils did to you.
What do you mean? Who fucked his life up? He fucked his life up himself.
Right?
When you're trying to follow a kid around for wearing a hoodie. Sounds ridiculous, but...
And here's another thing, too. Because when people say they're not racist, it really bothers me. Do you want to know why? Everybody is racist. It's just how racist are you? And I don't mean like bad racist. You just have these beliefs or these ideals that have been put in your head by others or your own personal experience.
Well, it might not even be racist as opposed to prejudice.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Prejudice. Wrong words. But it is still kind of, you know what I mean? Like, this about this color of people, that about these people. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it just comes out of people. They might have horrible experience. Well, not horrible, but just bad experiences. And they just, you know what I mean? They just have that bias towards people like, I ain't fucking with people.
But it's so ignorant, though, because it happens a lot, right? For instance, say, a person goes out and you get into a fender bender. And one person is wrong.
Exactly what I say
right?
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That person will be like, off that one incident, that one moment, they'll start hating that other race they got into an accident with.
Well, here's a good
Right?
example. Even if when they're relaying the story, they always have to put that other individual's race
Yes,
into
true.
it.
Yeah.
Yet, the other day, my girlfriend got into an argument with this woman. And she was just like, this is a situation, and this woman, you know, and she said they're cussed off, and they went back and forth. And I just assumed that was it was another white person. Because
Yeah.
she never said the race, which you don't usually hear, right?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until down the road, her and I now were somewhere, and she was like, that's the fucking woman that I got into the argument with. And in my head, I was like, it was a black chick.
Yeah.
But usually it's like, you know, they're
Yeah.
going to be, I got into this accident, this fucking black guy hit me, or this fucking blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
And she had an experience with a different race, but she never made mention of it. She just said, this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's the way it should be, but it's
Yeah.
the way it's not.
It's not.
well, you know why it is. It's like that post I put up, right? Kids play with kids until they're told not to.
Yeah.
When you're born, you're out here. Like I said, you have your own experiences, but it's also the household you come from. You know what I mean? My parents weren't overly racist. You know what I mean? At all. Yeah, you crack jokes. Everybody has the stereotypes and shit. Get out of here with that. I'm done with that type of shit, bro. You know what I mean? Somebody wants to crack a stupid joke about watermelons, I laugh with them and say you're a goof and keep it moving. I don't need to get physical. I don't need to get violent. I don't need to act any type of way. Because I've realized nowadays they're just words. Unless you're trying to affect, and I said this on probably one or two of these podcasts, if you're trying to affect my life, that's what I need to, all means necessary. If me and you on the road and you start talking this and I start talking that, you want to go, oh, nigga this and nigga that, bro, I laugh. That's all you can do, bro. Just have a good day.
Well, yeah.
Because I've been in situations and no situations that could be way worse than that.
Yeah.
Where you can't just walk away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just, you know, do your own thing and everything's Chris. Sometimes people, you know, they try to set you up, put you in jail, they try to hurt you. They may not even try to kill you, but they want to maim you. They want to do something to you to have you have a reminder of what they've done to you or what you've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why snitches get $50s. You know, people don't just do this stuff for the sake of doing it. When somebody tries to do something horrible to you, you've done something, or they feel that you've done something that is out of bounds. Do you know what I mean? And it could just be out of bounds, like you get into a car accident with a brown guy, right? You get so you stupid fucking black bitch, right? You know what the fuck? You, as a woman, might be carrying a knife or some mace or whatever, right? He starts getting really aggressive. Now you mace him. He'll say, oh, because I said this is why she did that. No, because you were fucking threatening her and you started getting closer
Right.
and she realized that you weren't
Do
gonna,
or die.
right?
Yeah,
If
true.
I'm standing here and you're standing across the room, we're yelling at each other,
Yeah.
what's going to happen? Right? But now if we're beside each other and we're yelling, and I start leaning into you, naturally you're going to say, oh, this motherfucker's trying to... So it's fight or flight. Some people
Right.
have fight, some people have flight.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it might
yeah,
be
yeah.
flight in a situation that it doesn't need to be that, or fight in that situation, but you never know what somebody else's intentions are, because like I said, everybody isn't with prejudice. They
Right.
have their own beliefs on stereotypes of people. You know, I'm tired of people saying I'm not racist. Shut the fuck up, because when you're with your friends, you be saying, it's like little white kids listening to rap music. When they're around their white friends, they nigga this, nigga that, nigga this. When they get out in public, if they have sense, they oh, my ninja. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or they go, my end, or they won't say nothing. They'll make up a word for it. Do you know what I mean? So people need to get over this whole, oh, I'm so honest and so good and so
Yeah,
cute.
no.
Shut the fuck up. We all got dirty. It's just some of us are really fucking dirty. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing I love about Canada. We are a little bit nicer. I had a course, first aid emergency course the other day and shit. And this brown guy from New York. Yeah, I wanted to ask him a few questions, but I just didn't know how to approach him. But he was cool as hell. He came from New York. You know, he was explaining like how some of the New Yorkers he's bumped into, like they don't say sorry,
Right.
right? Because in America, which is one of the laws they're talking about, if me and you get into a fender bender and I say sorry, in America, that is a admit of guilt that you actually did it. While in Canada, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, like.
What?
It's kind of, yeah, it's one of the laws. Like, you can't say sorry.
Well, you can, but
You can, but you know what I mean?
the
Like-
onus is now on you. You're taking ownership of.
Yeah, you know what I mean? well, in Canada, they can't legally use it against you. You know what I mean? Because it can mean 1,000 things. It just sounds more politer. Like, you'd be like, watch where the fuck you're going. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, sorry. Like, you know, people use tone and mannerisms when they say certain things. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, I figured it out. When I say females, it's the way I say it. So I'm talking about these fucking females, bro.
Yeah, I
told you. The long pause on that one. But if I'm like, I was talking to a nice female today, that doesn't get the same reaction. Even though I'm doing the same thing. Like, I'm not talking like that. It's just like, I'm not meaning it to be damaging. You know,
that's what I said. It was like, it sounds derogatory, even though it's not, but it sounds like it's derogatory, and that's your intent when it isn't.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, anyways, how y'all feel about Canada and America and, you know, just the things that are going on, man?
I love Canada. That's all I love Canada.
I think I love Canada, yay, but I find that the prejudices and racism is just so much more covert here.
Well, it has to
very much more overt in America.
It has to be.
But isn't that equally as dangerous when you don't know who your enemy is?
I mean, yet again, I hope I don't offend anybody when I say this. I already know people are out to get me, like certain people. You know, like, I can have a conversation with somebody for 2 hours or 25 minutes of any nationality and know if, like, they're out to get me. Like, it's not even out to get you, like, to ruin you, but, like, if they can get a leg up on you, they'll do it. Mm-hmm. There's some people that, like, they don't care. Like, oh, I tell people all the time I go to work, I say, buddy, I get paid to be here to work. I don't get paid to have conversations.
Right.
So if I can have a conversation with you, that's a bonus. But we're both here to get paid. We just have to work with each other. Yeah. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But we have to communicate and we have to get the job done. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true, but to her point, when Donald Trump was running for president, right? Mm-hmm. You see, it brought out all the hidden racism, right?
But it wasn't hidden. You know what it was?
Mm-hmm. It just took the right person. All the stuff he didn't... Listen, that whole thing, Make America Great Again...
And I'm sorry that we're getting a little political. We don't mean to be...
Yeah, I'm not political. I don't like this stuff, but...
I'm just talking about the Trayvon and it's leading into other things. Do you know what I mean? Like, Canada and America. Like, you know what, to be honest? In America, they have more get up and go. They have no choice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything is a hustle. Everything is a grind. In Canada, where it's kind of like, you know, one big break, you know, the right people, the right time, you know what I mean? Shit can happen. It doesn't happen as much, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're good right now. Like, you're not, like, bad, and you're not, like, up, but you're good.
Good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm good right now. Like, I'm not worried about being left on the street, not being able to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and that's the beauty of our country, that we have those liberties afforded to us, right?
Yeah.
And I can go and have a child and not worry about a $16,000, $17,000, $18,000 bill.
Yeah, true.
Because I was in the hospital delivering a baby, because where else was I going to deliver that baby? And
that's crazy. I heard about it. I didn't really look that shit up, but I was hearing about it. My wife was telling me it was like $10,000 to have one kid. Like, that's the hospital bill. That's not like $10,000 for, like, you know, the crib and all the food.
No, it's to deliver.
That's just for them being there. I'm like, that's mad.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And then that bill follows you, clearly.
Yeah.
It follows you. And think about, you know, women that aren't in good financial situations having multiple children.
Yeah.
Even midwifery there. So even if you didn't deliver in the hospital, but you deliver at home with a midwife, they're not free.
Yeah.
I had a midwife with my last child, and that was free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we have so many liberties here. Even to go to post-secondary is expensive here, but it's still less than it is in America. You know, loans, what our interest rate is, a lot of it is connected, yes.
Yeah.
But the liberties that we have as Canadians far surpasses.
I agree with that for sure. That's amazing. Yeah, we do have good healthcare.
Yeah.
I mean, we started technically smoking weed first before they did. out in the open. No problems. So, you know what I mean? Like, they just got laws a few years ago passed. We had, like, street laws where it was like, if you see him with a joint, the most that might happen is to tell you to put it out.
Yeah.
In America, was like, oh, felony number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a roach in your pocket, felony number 2. Oh, the car smell like weed, your homeboy got it, felony number 3.
Yeah, 3 strikes.
But I think that's only in California, though.
Oh, okay.
And they might have changed it up now because weed's legal, but at the time, it was like anything they catch you doing. You could get a jaywalking ticket and shit. Niggas be giving you a strike for that. Like, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, that is mad. Like, even what they did to Khalifa Brown, that's who it was.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? How they locked him up saying that he robbed somebody.
Yeah,
you know, you see on Netflix?
yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? Like, it was, like, crazy. Like, when I sat there, I'm like, yo, that's fucking nuts. Putting him in all these jails, treating him, and he ain't doing nothing. Now he's in a place where he has to learn to survive. There are rules. When you're
at like 16 years old, he's on Rikers Island. Really?
Yeah, but all I'm saying, like in general, like whether you're a bad person or not, you take an accountant and you throw him in there with the wolves.
Yeah.
If he lives, that is now a wolf. If he dies, that guy could be a walking zombie, or he could die in there. Cleveland Brown's a walking zombie. When the man came out, it seemed like he wanted to do good, and then he hung himself because he couldn't take it no more.
Yeah, it was just too much.
Do you know what I mean? And on top of it, they put him so he leaves one jungle and goes back to another jungle where people aren't confined. So you can't really tell their true feelings until sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
You know, face get cut, people start beating him up because he thought everything was cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Just the way that they treated him, man. Like, I mean, that shit might happen in Canada, but like, you don't really hear about it. But it's just like, you know, their government in general just does not want people to even be good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
Well, there was one thing back then I heard. It was like this girl, she was getting abused by her husband, like nonstop, or her boyfriend, right? Like nonstop, and she feared for her life, and she pulled a gun and she just shoot one shot to the roof, right? And she got like 20 years for that. Just warning shot. She got 20 years for that. You kidding me? Now bring us back to this George Zimmerman guy. Are you kidding me? I don't need to say what color she was. Let's just leave that. You all think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's crazy. There's YouTube videos of in North Carolina, these guys tried it out. These two guys knew each other. So this white kid owns a bunch of guns, walks down the street, and nobody says shit. This homeboy now, who has his guns, he's registered and licensed. He's walking down the street the same way. Probably about 10 minutes, cops show up, disarm him. In that state, you're legally allowed to carry your firearms in the open. Yeah. So he's telling them, like, no, people say you're out here causing trouble. It's just, in America, it's not subliminal. Here it's subliminal, but if you know when somebody's doing something to you, verbally, physically, you know what I mean? Like, if you just can tell the energy, everything that's coming off of them as they're speaking to you, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna know they ain't got nothing good for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're gonna murder you, but like, do you know what I mean? It's not caring about people. But like, yo, listen, I'm here, we gonna work together. We just gotta do what we gotta do. We getting this shit done. We're gonna be Gucci, right? We just gotta, be respectful of each other and be fucking, you know what I mean? A person, like, be a human being, bro. What might not hurt me might hurt the next person. You know what I mean? True, yeah. It's very true. But if the next person doesn't tell you, then it's like, you know what I mean? How are you going to get... If you listen, man, that wasn't cool. I'm not saying that you can't do that. But some people, they blow up. They start fighting and they say, well, this person said this to me. And I thought it. And the next thing you know, they're lumped up and they're suing you. Because they got lumped up because they approached you in an aggressive manner. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, anything else y'all want to add to this shit?
I hope that even if it makes it for the preliminaries in court, that judge honestly takes a good look and looks at the topography.
Yeah, I agree.
Of all that's happened and all those points and just be like, nah. That's that's just my hope because it's
That's crazy.
yeah.
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's 100% correct.
At least,
That is
in the
100%
States, you
correct.
have the right to put your claim in and even be heard.
Yeah.
And then, if the judge makes that decision, I just hope that decision is just like,
Yeah, get out my courtroom.
Get out,
yeah, come out with this foolishness. But that doesn't guarantee that that's Zimmerman's last shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is his career now. This is what he's gonna do.
Clown.
Yeah.
Big shoes and tight sneakers. I know, big shoes and tight jeans make you look like a clown, you fucking asshole.
What the hell was that?
What?
AKA Styles P line. I love it. I love it. Sorry. Sometimes I might start dropping those bars. There's subliminal disses to, well, not subliminal, but there's disses to people like Zimmerman. You know what I mean? He's a clown, right?
Fucking
Big
asshole.
shoes, tight jeans, tight pants, make you look a fucking clown, you asshole. That's what a clown comes under, no? They come on with the big jacket and the nose, face all painted up. They can.
I don't know, man. He's sick. That's all I can say. He's sick. He's a sick human being.